Blue Valley FFA. This is your ag teacher Anthony Meals here for another Ag Daily. Today I'm in the lab running a couple different soil tests on samples that students have submitted over the past couple of weeks. So looking at the tests that we'll be running today, I've got 4 in particular. I've got a phosphorus test, a nitrogen test. I'm actually running the pH tests right now, and then also we've got our potassium tests. It's really important that we run these soil tests for a number of reasons. Well, first, because our plants are extremely dependent on nutrients inside the soil. Now in Kansas, we experience a couple of different factors that influence what type of soil amendments or nutrients we need to add back into the soil. So one of those tends to be that occasionally we are going to get a heavy amount of leaching out of our soil dependent on heavy rain events. So if we were to get really heavy rain events similar to what we got last spring, any type of nutrients that we were counting on that may have still been in the soil can be leached out, and we need to make sure we get those tested, especially this coming season, because a lot of those nutrients may have been ran off last spring and summer. So we definitely want to look for that. A couple of the other things too that we need to think about Kansas soils is that we have a high amount of limestone present in our soils. Therefore, limestone, as it continues to break down, it's going to make our soils more alkaline. So therefore, we're going to see a higher pH, and we definitely want to be able to amend that in some way. So we're looking for that 6.5 to 7 range on our pH tests. And so the most recent pH test that I ran here is about 7.5, which actually is pretty typical of Kansas soils just because of that high amount of limestone. We're really excited. I'm excited to be running these tests. If you have any tests that you want to have ran here over the next week or two, just send that through our delivery systems on Monday. Just make sure that you get me a nice little bag similar to what one of the families did of your soil, and we'll be able to run those tests and get those results back to you. Some other places that we're testing around the ag building this week is we've got our topsoil pile that we're testing, be able to let people know who've gotten topsoil what the amount of nutrients are present in that topsoil. Also, we're testing our bramble patch, and we're going to be testing our orchard. So again, one of the reasons why we're retesting those is you should test every fall or spring in preparation for a new season. But in particular, our concern is because of all the runoff and the amount of leaching that may have happened between last spring and summer. So thanks again for joining me for another Ag Daily. I'm excited for a much nicer week that's coming up, and I hope you too. Okay, take care. Bye.